Okay, so Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is also there in our syllabus. Wi-Fi is one of the medium of transferring data in a relatively larger area network in a wireless medium. So we are going to see the introduction to Wi-Fi. What is the need, purpose, history, what is the technology used in Wi-Fi, how a Wi-Fi network works, what are the topologies, applications, security, advantages and limitations, and we are going to see the innovations. So wireless technology is an alternative to wired technology, commonly connecting devices in wireless mode. So you are going to get rid of all the wires. You're going to connect the devices in a wireless mode. So Wi-Fi has this number IEEE 802.7, which is called as WLAN standard, wireless local area network standard. The Wi-Fi network can connect computers to each other, to the internet, and to the wired network. So it is going to do both things. It can connect computers either to each other or to a wired network also. So it works well on physical and data link layer. So Wi-Fi wireless fidelity, so which resembles the term used for audio equipment hi-fi. Hi-fi means high fidelity. Fidelity means you reproduce what is being transmitted is exactly is being reproduced at the receiver. Fidelity means that faithfulness. Okay, so that's why Wi-Fi means here I'm going to transfer everything using wireless. So how much exactly it is being received at the receiver, that quality is going to be given by the fidelity. So it is called as wireless fidelity. So Philip Belanger is the person who was the founding member of Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi was not supposed to mean anything. It certificate indicates the certification of product for interoperability. So need for Wi-Fi just to get rid of all the wires. Very simple. So the cable for the keyboard, mouse, power, you have to clearly note it. Otherwise, you will may wrongly connect them, right? So that issue is also there. When you have Wi-Fi, is just for freedom from wires. So I'm going to get rid of all the wires and I'm going to make my technology as simple as possible. So what is the purpose of Wi-Fi? The purpose of Wi-Fi is to hide all the complexity by enabling wireless access to all the applications. It make access to information easier. So by using Wi-Fi, you should not be spending a lot of time. The access to information will be very, very easy. Access to the information should be made very, very easy and ensure compatibility and coexistence of all devices. So currently, whatever they are using, they should be continued to use along with the Wi-Fi technology. So just because of Wi-Fi, you should not ask everybody to change the device. That is not possible. So coexistence of devices, eliminate complex cabling, just eliminating all the wires. So eliminate switches, adapters, plugs, pins, and connectors. Okay, that is the main aim. And history, so Wi-Fi is built on IEEE 802.11. 802.11 is called as Wireless Local Area Network, WLAN standard. So IEEE, it is all around the world. They publish and standard, but do not test equipment for them. So they just propose the standards and develop and publish them. The Wi-Fi Alliance is a global group of companies. So in as of now, more than 300 companies are there in the Wi-Fi Alliance. So they will certify the product for certification process and gain the right to mark these products with Wi-Fi logo. Okay, so wireless technology, different wireless technologies you see. Bluetooth 33 feet speed is 1 Mbps. The satellite worldwide you can communicate. Then you have 1G, 2G, 2.5, 3G wireless LAN. You see WLAN up to 128 Mbps. You have fixed broadband wireless 1 Gbps. WAP wireless access point 384 kbps and WiMAX is 75 Mbps. The different wireless topologies are listed here, and the transmission distance and speed is noted here. So wireless 802.11 is Wi-Fi, and WAP is on all the Wi-Fi is predominantly there in your smartphones. Where you connect to your Wi-Fi hotspot or you have a mobile data connected to an hotspot, so there all we are going to use Wi-Fi. 802.7, it is called as Wi-Fi or wireless access point. So the technology used in Wi-Fi is very, very easy in terms of radio. So it is similar to walkie-talkie, only difference in strength of the signal. The ordinary walkie-talkie has a very limited capacity and it operates at a very low frequency. But Wi-Fi, the signal strength is more and it can operate up to larger data rates. So three versions of Wi-Fi are currently available. One is 802.11a, 11b, and 11G. So three versions are available. So 11B is started in 99 and operates at 2.4 gigahertz. This spectrum is available worldwide all over the world. People can use it for research. And 11 Mbps theoretical speed within 30-meter range, and 4 to 6 Mbps is the actual speed. Because of all the losses, you will not have that much very high efficiency. So you will have a very less amount of speed. So 100 to 150 meter feet is the range and most popular, least expensive, and interference from mobile phones can reduce the speed. If more devices are there means that will be causing disturbance to you and it will reduce the transmission speed. 11A was introduced in 2011. It operates at a very high frequency, 5 gigahertz, 54 Mbps theoretical speed, but actual is varying 15 to 20 Mbps. 50 to 75 feet range it can cover. More expensive and not compatible with 802.11b. 11A and 11B are not compatible. You have 11G, which is going to have the same speed but the different thing, and it is combination of A and B. Combine the features of both A and 54 Mbps speed to 2.4 gigahertz and compatible with B. So this C is compatible with both A and B. Which standard is right for me? So 11B is low price, excellent signal range and coverage, penetrates most small local public hotspots. Wireless A supports more users per room, unaffected by interference, can coexist, and the coverage limited to one room. 11G best value, compatible with wireless B network, excellent signal range, and coverage penetrates most of all. So you have to decide which one you need to choose for your application. Okay, you have to decide which one you need to choose. And other standards are given here. You can have IEEE. We have seen A, B, and G, right? You have D, E, F, H, N, P, R, S, T, U, V, W. All other standards are given here. They are also available as a part of Wi-Fi. The elements of Wi-Fi network. What all are there in a Wi-Fi network? The Wi-Fi, you need to have an access point. Access point is just like base station where you can connect many devices to the internet. So access point provides a way to connect all the wireless devices to the internet. Wi-Fi cards, so they accept the wireless signal and relay the information. They can be internal or external, can be with respect to all your laptops have the facility to detect Wi-Fi, right? Those are Wi-Fi cards and safeguards. So all the firewalls and antivirus will protect the networks from being hacked. Okay. So how a Wi-Fi network works, you have a broadband modem, you have wireless router, and these wireless router will connect to all these devices in a wireless manner as well as using wired manner. Printers will have Ethernet cable, some computers will have Ethernet cable, laptops will connect through Wi-Fi router, and other systems, whichever are having wireless connectivity, they can connect through wireless medium, while devices which won't have that feature can connect using the wired connection. So that is displayed here. So you have this client communicate through access point. So whatever access point is just like the router. So the coverage is provided by the access point. So you have ESA, extended service architecture, and base service architecture. So ESA consists of two or more base stations. So it will allow some overlapping of the cells to allow roaming. So if you are moving from this position to this position, automatically your data will not be affected. You will be transferred from this access point to this access point. Okay. Peer-to-peer topology, access point is not required. Individual devices can communicate directly with each other. So it's used for setting up a wireless network quickly and easily. So the peer-to-peer topology, you need not have access point. Access point is not required. Okay. And point to multi-point bridge topology, you need to have a LAN in one building, LAN in other buildings. Even if buildings are miles apart, this wireless connectivity will ensure that the buildings are connected and they will be able to transmit information in a wireless way. Okay, so based on line of sight. Line of sight means this antenna and this antenna can see each other. No obstacles are there between the two antennas. So Wi-Fi is consist of three sectors mainly: home, you have individual residents and apartments, you have public hotspots, and you have enterprise. Enterprise is for your companies. Okay. So free Wi-Fi hotspot. Many countries, railway stations and airports are offering free Wi-Fi hotspot for using. So you can have this cards for your accessing your Wi-Fi networks. You have a USB adapter with an antenna, or you have a PCA adapter, or you have a PCM CAA card, which can be used as a portable devices to connect to wireless fidelity networks wherever you visit. So the devices, you have a client adapter 2.4 gigahertz for 802.11b, 5 gigahertz for 802.11a, and workshop bridge for 802.11b. And antennas, you have 2.4G and 5G antennas, because these are the two predominantly used frequencies in the Wi-Fi network. Challenges and issue: susceptible to noise and interference. So most prone to noise and interference is the wireless way of transmission, and you have all these will additionally create problem. Cardboard, wood, they will absorb the signal. Paper, firewalls, electrical transformers, they will be interfering. Okay, microwave ovens, again they are using microwave, so that frequency will be interfering. And fluorescent lighting, so all these will act as interference sources, and they are going to disturb the signal which is being transmitted. Applications, what all applications not there? Any application, whatever you say, will come for Wi-Fi. You see that aerospace, medical electronics, automotive, industrial and home networking, network and server equipments, next generation gaming, LED lighting, set-top box, HDTV, DSC, netbook, PMP, mobile phones, all are applications which are using wireless Wi-Fi as their module. Wi-Fi module is there inside all these applications, and people are using it daily. Security, in order to improve the Wi-Fi security, the system is going to use SSID. SSID is service identifier. Each system is given a unique identifier. Wire equivalent privacy is there. Wireless protected access is there. And IEEE 802.11i is the security standard for implementing in your Wi-Fi. So you see in WhatsApp all the end-to-end messages are encrypted, right? That is a part of their security. The same way, whatever information you transmit into an Wi-Fi using a Wi-Fi adapter or using a Wi-Fi network, those information are completely secure, and appropriate encryption and decryption algorithms are followed to ensure that the data is not leaked or the data is not hacked, cannot be hacked by anybody. Advantages: mobility, so you can walk and browse internet, ease of installation, flexibility, cost, cost reduction, reliability, security, use unlicensed spectrum, so you need not pay for the government. Roaming is there, high speed internet access. So all these are advantages. Limitation: interference. So you cannot really control this interference, because you cannot say to another person, don't use your mobile phone because my speed is getting reduced. You cannot do that, because interference is not in our hands, and you don't know how many people will interfere with you and reduce your data rate. That is not in your hands. And when more interferers are there, you will have degradation in power. The power becomes poor. Okay, high power consumption. In case if you are having a very low signal, high power consumption will be there for sending your data. And limited range. Once you're out of range, you cannot get back. Your network connection is cut. Only when you come back into the range, you can resume browsing internet using Wi-Fi. So innovations, the Wi-Fi phone is available now. Is a wireless device that give you dual benefits of wireless connectivity as well as VoIP. So it has both wired and wireless. So it will ensure that you have both the options. In case if anyone is not working, you can use the other thing to use that. From this angle, the Wi-Fi phone looks like the next big thing in the telecom revolution. So we had conventional landline phones which are wired. Now these phones can connect to Wi-Fi hotspots and make call. So that feature is also there, Wi-Fi phone. And Wi-Fi camera is there, which can automatically connect to a Wi-Fi network, and it can store the data in the cloud. So that is your Wi-Fi camera. mobile energy management. So you have a energy management device which can measure how much you are paying per hour for the amount of data being sent. And all these Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, and all these things you can they can easily the different applications which you can browse when you're connected to a Wi-Fi network.